and I have found the perfect spot nestled amongst the hills, a super location and an excellent play and stay golf course that keeps getting better and better. So first we have to check into our lodge, which is done via a key waited in a lockbox, so no waiting around, and the same system when you leave. It being a long drive, so I had only one thing on my mind: dump the bags and get onto the decking area and enjoy a red wine and some chicken crisps. Is there a better combo? If you're a real man, maybe substitute the wine for an IPA. Oh, and I also have a book with me to help achieve the perfect swing. I haven't got a tea time booked until tomorrow morning, but the light being so good, it's time for a walk to the top at Phil to see what awaits. Not a bad backdrop, is it? Set amongst the Yorkshire Three Peaks and the Lake District in the distance. Time to grab a quick brekkie in the lodge before we head down to the clubhouse for a pre-match shot of caffeine. I might also even stretch to a warm-up on the driving range. Right, so following morning, sun isn't quite out there just yet, and that backdrop isn't what you were looking at last night in them drone shots, but how good does this place look? I haven't been here for a couple of years and already I've seen significant changes and improvements, and one notable one is this brand new third tee box, which I'm about to attempt to play one off of here. We're about 30-40 yards back of where that original box was. It was a drivable par 4. It certainly isn't for me anymore, but that backdrop is pretty special, even when the sun isn't shining. So reach the green in reg. I'm a fair bit away from the flag, you'll see that shortly, but it's these backdrops that I'm going to reference all the way around here. Stone walls, you've got lots of, well, you've got sheep, you've got cows, you've got wildlife all over this place, and then you've got the fact that it's deathly silent as well. So it's set very much in a rural location, and it is where I would describe idyllic. Now, I am a fair bit away from the flag, even though made the green in reg. Fourth hole is a real nice par 5, always fearful of leaking one right onto the wall, over the wall. We've not done that, but this wedge in wasn't the best. Oh, okay, geez, these greens are good. They're quite literally some of the best greens I've played this year. I'm hopefully going to have a little bit of a chat with the greenkeeper later on and just see what he's doing and what magic they are weaving here, because honestly they're immaculate. They're running so good, maybe a bit too good, because I've just left myself what seemed like I had 102 yards in, and I'm now struggling to make a par. Oh, and he hasn't either. Right, 133. Let's see if I can get closer than I did with that previous shot in. The one thing I was going to mention was the fact that, if I can find a club, I'm not very good at talking and then concentrating. It messes up my game. But anyway, I'll try and do both whilst I hit this shot off the downslope. I also wanted to mention the fact that we always talk about greens, but the definition on this course is as well what really sets it apart. Patterns in the fairways and the definition between the first cut, second cut of rough, all those kind of things are so nice. Oh, and that's come off the downslope and gone right. That's shocking. Well, it's not shocking. It was very much, the slope didn't help me, and I'm going to have to find a little bit of short game magic. Right, made our way to top at Thill on 7, and I've got a birdie chance. First I say realistic, there's a heck of a break in this putt, but you never know. Might focus the mind. I would ordinarily take that flag out as well, but it gives you a better idea where the hole is. And swing. Oh. Swung after the hole. I thought there was a bit more break in it than that. It went a little bit straighter than I thought. Firm. Yeah, that'll do. It's another par, and I've hit the ball reasonably well, to be fair, but I haven't had the short game that I normally have, which is a few up and downs. But oh my word, it's so peaceful up here, you know. I mean, we've got no breeze, as you can see by the flag, but all you can hear is the birds and just, well, not a great deal else. Apart from me whinging when I hit a bad tee shot. Now, as ever, the one tee shot that I hit well, I said don't bother recording, and at one point I thought it was going in. The pitch mark, which I will repair shortly, was there, and we've got a birdie putt, which we'll have a look at shortly. I normally sort of stay away from any works that are going on a golf course, but I really like what they've done here on 16, which we'll come to later. It's, for me, one of the best holes on the golf course, and they've built this kind of stone wall, almost Scotland-esque burn running just in front of that, and we'll come there later. The second thing is, maybe on to the third, is my van is parked just behind those trees there, and my lodge is not the brown one that you can see, it's just hidden away behind the group of trees, and I'm right adjacent to this green here on 16, so it just shows you where you are, and we're right in amongst it. And the next thing I want to tell you about, maybe we'll move on to another tee box, is about an offer that Bentham have got, which they've asked me to share with you, and it's really interesting. Right, anyway, pitch mark in a second. Let's see if we can make good of that tee shot. Doesn't look a great deal in it. Oh, and geez Louise. Yep, unfortunately, like I said, putter isn't working just yet. Anyway, repair pitch mark, and hopefully we didn't hear the expletives coming from the digger man over there. Back of 9th, you'll see some little pods which weren't here last time around. So again, a great addition. Well, there's quite a few actually, I've just noticed up the top as well. A great little addition for your kind of play and stay break, which is what I want to talk to you about really. I think it's an incredible deal. I don't know the exact numbers, so I'll put them on screen for you now, but effectively you're able to play either 2 rounds with a 1-night stay or play 3 rounds with a 2-night stay in this kind of accommodation, which is, as you can see, superb. And for me, the value of it is incredible. So between 2 people to play golf and stay overnight in this type of quality is unreal value. Well, the 13th is one of my favourite holes. It's fairly straightforward, but what's clever about it is the further you go right, then you've got these bunkers to contend with. So probably my best drive of the day. Stayed away from this left-hand side, but you've got a real fiddly one. 67 yards over the 2 bunkers, and from memory the green slopes from right to left, so there's nothing easy about it at all. But my game today has been a bit, I'd say hit and miss, a bit ropey, and it goes back to that thing where when I was sort of training for 30 days, training like a tour pro when I did that series, I was really concentrating on the swing, so every shot mattered, and I was looking at technique, and I was looking at end result. Whereas when I film these things, although there's no pressure, there's no hassle, so in many ways it should be easy to play, it's actually the complete opposite for me. I talk to the camera, I lack concentration, and I think that's where I get a bit sort of lackadaisical, and again, where you've got the no scorecard necessarily in your hand that means anything, then it's so easy to switch off. So that's my sort of predicament. I just wondered from your perspective, where are you at right now with your golf? Are you playing with a card in your hand? Are you playing comps? Or are you more about just enjoying the walk and not letting the game bring you down? Because I know it can do, and I'm trying to find a balance between the two. I want something where I remain competitive and try and work on things, But then, you know, at the end of the day, I'm here to film the golf course, in my opinion, today. So I'm happy to, you know, let a few go by. That's the excuse anyway. You might as well keep that camera on for a while, and let's see what we can do with, like I said, a bit of a fiddly one. It was 67 into the wind. Started off right hand. Oh, that's a golf shot. That's a golf shot. That's two of my best today. I'm glad you stuck around. Hopefully we can knock that one in for the first birdie.
I started April 2020, just in the mix of COVID. So it was a bit of a hard sort of step for me to step up into head greenkeeper roles. It was a case of you didn't have no golfers on the course because it was all closed off to the public and all the members and stuff like that. So kind of like thrown into the deep end. So I was able to do the things that I wanted to do, make any changes that we felt that we needed to do, ready for when we did eventually open up. You know, we're just trying to make it, you know, your own little stamp on it. We have built a few tees, done a lot of drainage work, improved some of the areas around, like made some of the fairways a little bit longer or wider where necessary. Just little things like that, just little touches. We've planted over 2,500 trees. That's one thing that we try and do. We try and make sure that you know, the detail is there with the different aspects of the mowing machinery that we have. We're lucky here that we have an ownership who you know, want to give us the new machines. We have a good fertiliser programme that we've started the last 2 years with ICL. So all that is showing good results at the minute.
I'm just having a look because we're not middle of the fairway, we're tucked away to the left. 16 is a golf hole that I love, but it tends to, well, it feels a little tight off the tee, and I've pulled my tee shot down the left hand side, which is, I've not really been down here. The work in front is that burn I referred to earlier on in the round, which I think's a real nice feature. Now what I've got to not do is go too far left because my van is parked there and so is the lodge. Oh, and that's pretty bad, but safe I suppose. Well, I got it heavy and not the best of shots. Certainly struggled off that lie, and well, I've struggled all day to be honest with you. Unless my short game livens up, then I could be looking at another bogey here. 18 is a great closing hole, and as you know, most of the time I don't like filming on 18 and drawing any particular attention, but I can't ignore this one. I've hit a good drive away, and I've left probably, well, 150, maybe a bit more into the breeze I can feel, so I don't know whether to change club. Yes, I'm going to change club is what I'm going to do while I'm talking. Everyone loves a bit of indecision on the final hole. The pin is tucked away behind the tree, which you can't see right now, so wish me luck. I haven't hit many good shots. That could be one of them. Keep going, ball. Keep flying. Keep flying. Oh, well, more than happy with that. I had it coming in right at the pin as well, and definitely the right thing to do, because I went up a club and still ended up being a tad short. I've pitched into the bank, a lot of rain overnight, and it's just killed it dead, whereas it could have took a little hot forward. It wouldn't have been too far away, but I've got to say, delighted with that.
Really, the story of the last 4 or 5 years, it all sort of started with COVID. I came back into the family business the week before COVID, and we took on Sean, our new head greenkeeper. And during that first lockdown, we couldn't be furloughed, so me and him cracked on. We redefined a lot of the course, improved it, and then from there on we've just been making steady improvements every time. Year on year we've just been making incremental changes which have just made the course better and better. And it takes a little while, but the word soon gets out in the golfing world, and people have told people who have told each other, and it's all spread, and it's got to a stage now where, you know, our membership's up well over 50%. Our green fees are double, triple what they used to be, and we're starting to get a lot more people coming and enjoying it with the pods and the lodges. We started off with 5 originally, we did before COVID, and then in the last couple of years we've added on another 6, which were a bit roomier, based around the pond in between the 9th and the 11th green, and they've proved to be really popular, and so much so we've extended our lodges as well. So we have lodges that we rent out, and then we also have lodge ownership, so you can purchase a lodge here and enjoy it all year round.
So that iron pretty much stopped dead and left me with one of those uphillers that you don't really want to leave short, and I certainly didn't do that, but I left myself a real horrible one coming back. And like I said, with the packed galleries of, I think there was one person sat up there, I managed to hold out under the pressure. And bag of 4, which I've not done too often on this hole. It's a tough finish to say the least, but hopefully we've done this place proud, because Bentham has been in incredible condition. I think I was here 18 months ago, and it seems to have taken a whole leap forward again in just how good it was. The condition was fantastic, definition incredible, and then the greens were superb right from the first to the last. And then you've got these kind of 360 views everywhere you go. If the golf's not too good, as I always say, then just take a glance about you, and these kind of places might cheer you up just a little. That's me done, another off the beaten track. I'll see you all next Monday, and I think I'm going to go onto that balcony and have a little bit of a drink to finish. That's nice as well, isn't it?